Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. It's Marcy and I'm doing another question today. I'm crafting while I ponder, and here is the scripture for the day. It is found in Jacob chapter 2 verse 14. And now, my brethren, do ye suppose that God justifieth you in this thing? Behold, I say unto you, nay, but he condemneth you, and if ye persist in these things, his judgment must speedily come unto you. Here's the question. Do ye suppose that God justifieth you in this thing? What's he talking about? So sometimes when you read these scriptures, most of the time, you need to get a little context. You need to do a little reading beforehand. So here's what I did. First thing I did, which I try to remember to do every day, is just to say a prayer before I begin my scripture study so that I can calm down, take a break, have clarity of mind, know what kinds of things I'm asking for as I search the scriptures that day. Second thing I do is read. So I read that scripture. I knew I needed more context. So I just went back at the beginning of Jacob chapter 2 and realized Jacob is talking to the people, the followers of Jesus Christ, about their behaviors and their sins. And as I read through, I found more specifically a couple of things. One, he felt bad. Jacob felt bad that he had to reprimand the men in this community for some of their behaviors because their children and their wives were sensitive. I also read through and found they were really prideful and they were loving riches and unchastity more than they were loving God. In particular, the riches. And so then he says, does God justify you in this thing? And that is a rhetorical question, and the answer is no. So I'm going to ponder it a little bit more as I craft out the scripture, and then I will show you what I've done. Just going to show you, actually yesterday I went back and put a little border around this scripture. It just made me feel better because it wasn't my favorite. Now I like it a little more. But today I used the white pen, and that was pretty exciting. Do ye suppose that God justifieth you in this thing? Here's my thoughts. Jacob preached as the followers of Christ needed to hear. The prideful men in this situation needed a more hard tone, and I think he would have been, in the way he speaks, he would have been a little more sensitive around the women and children, when they needed to be chastised. And so I need to follow suit. Number 2, I need to use my money, my supplies, all the things God has given to me to further God's work in the gathering of Israel. And number 3, I am never justified in being prideful, whether it's with money, like in this situation, or my talents, anything. If you're prideful, you're not justified. So that is what I learned today. And I hope you will take those 10 minutes today and get what you need from your scriptures. I'll see you tomorrow.